Hi, my name is Paul, and today I'm going to report about e-governance. What is e-governance? E-governance has been defined by many organizations, such as the World Bank, which they say that e-governance refers to the use by government agencies of information technologies such as wide area networks, the internet, and mobile computing that have the ability to transform relations with the citizens, businesses, and the other arms of government. The United Nations also defined e-governance as the employment of the Internet and the World Wide Web for delivering government information and services to the citizens. Bacchus also defined e-governance as the application of electronic means in the interaction between the government and citizens and government and businesses, as well as in internal government operations to simplify and improve democratic government and business aspects of governance. In other words, e-governance pertains to the government that utilizes electronic infrastructure, specifically information technology, to facilitate interaction between the citizenry and the government as well as the business sector and the government, provide services through electronic channels such as call centers and the internet, streamline, simplify, and organize government operations and digitization of government records. The origins of e-governance. With the birth and proliferation of the internet, the concept of e-governance was also born. After all, the internet was created by the US government to interconnect different organizations and agencies of the United States. During the early days of the internet, most websites were only limited to static, meaning these websites only contain information that users can read. These websites are only intended to inform the visitors of the site and allowed users to see multimedia content. However, these websites didn't have the capacity to accept and save data from users, and it also didn't allow users to interact with the organization maintaining the site. But as with technological advancement, e-governance also transformed and can be categorized into phases. The first phase is the inform phase. The inform phase is the stage of e-governance wherein web pages contain only information that seeks to provide users with information such as how-tos about us. So these are very basic websites. The interact phase allowed users to submit comments and suggestions via online forums. The transact phase allowed users to perform a variety of transactions to government agencies and offices. For example, when you apply for a Department of Foreign Affairs passport, you simply have to go to the website and set an appointment, and you can only go to the office on your scheduled appointment. So you don't have to go there and apply for a passport. You simply have to set first an appointment with the DFA, and only then can you apply for a passport. What is the future of e-governance? The last phase would be the transform phase, which is a universal framework for all e-government platforms that aims to connect everything so that users does not have to familiarize themselves with different processes and procedures. Basically, this means that every agency will be interconnected so that they won't have to ask for the same information from the same user. An example of this would be the unified ID of the SSS. Basically, this ID can be used other than SSS. It can also be used as a transaction ID for Pag-ibig and for PhilHealth. What are the benefits of e-governance? E-governance seeks to improve things such as significant time saving because users won't have to go to the office to transact, improved information quality, less expensive to maintain, it has a wider reach because everyone can access the internet, and digital capturing of data. Who will benefit from e-governance? E-governance promises to provide a more effective response to the citizens' and businesses' needs by making government processes accessible and user-friendly. E-governance also allows the possibility of a 24/7 round-the-clock provision of government services. Who are the participants of e-governance? E-governance involves the government, the citizenry, and the businesses. Basically, everyone is involved with e-governance. The businesses can transact with the government, the citizens or the people can transact with the government, and the government can ask the people and the businesses for inputs. So everyone is involved with this undertaking. We will discuss the pillars of e-governance according to Microsoft and Bhogle. The first pillar of e-governance is G2G, which means government to government. Different organizations in the government can use e-governance to streamline processes, share best practices, and eliminate repetitive procedures. The second pillar would be the government to citizen. People can conduct business with the different government agencies using the internet and call centers. This eliminates the need for personally going to these offices, and end users or the people can simply transact at their personal computers, smartphones, and laptops. We also have government to businesses or G2B. Businesses can use ICT as a medium to transact with the government and or provide services to the government. The government, on the other hand, benefits from a wider selection of service providers and vendors and businesses that may offer lucrative pricing for government projects. So right now, I will be showing some examples of G2B or government to business and G2C or government to citizens. So we have here the Pag-ibig website, which features online registration, online payment verification of housing loans. We also have the DFA website. The DFA website allows to set an appointment in case you need an application for a passport. And for G2B or government to business, we have the PhilJEPS, which is the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System. We can see the different bids and opportunities for bidders or for businesses to participate in government bidding for supplies, fertilizer, anything that the government wants to buy from suppliers. The challenges of e-governance. E-governance by all means is not perfect and is not a foolproof system. As with other internet and ICT related products and services, E-governance has challenges and issues that need to be addressed in order to maximize its full potential. The first challenge would be the technological or ICT infrastructure. Not everyone in developing countries like here in the Philippines is connected to the internet. Far-flung areas and remote barrios may have cellular connection, but these areas lack a reliable and high-speed data connection or the internet. People from these areas still have to travel for hours to the nearest city in order to avail of government services. Human mindsets. According to Bhogle, some people are still reluctant to use technology and would still prefer to transact the old school way. Confidence in transacting with a real person rather than with a computer creates a problem of e-governance being not fully utilized. Data privacy issues. Privacy, data security concerns. In the developed countries, we have often heard of data theft and security breaches. In these countries, data security standards are high and regulators are constantly performing audits on government agencies who store personal information. If these countries have these problems, how much more for developing countries like the Philippines, where there are no concrete laws on data security and some government agencies have vulnerable IT systems, like the one that we have experienced, the government websites that were hacked. Yes, technology also makes it easier for everyone to do business with the government, but we also have corruption issues. Most ICT systems are equipped with features that track users who may illegally access files or perform authorized or unauthorized transactions. But still, these systems are managed by and administered by people, some of whom may be used by politicians and the heads of organizations to misuse. Corruption problems may also be present in the procurement or in buying ICT services, like the one that we have, the CTE nationwide broadband issue. As long as the culture of corruption is present in the government, no amount of technological infrastructure or advancement is enough to maximize the benefits of e governance.